PGA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba, every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Playing from around 190 yards out. Opting for the 6-iron. Now that looked pretty good the whole way. Lining up the birdie putt here. No, that's too bad.
It's downhill the entire way, and yet inexplicably comes up short.
A par putt awaits. Starting the round at even par.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
He's currently tied for 14th. Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
And here we are with the third shot. This putt is about 16 feet. This is a good chance. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it? Ouch, that hurts. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Here we are at the third. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Oh, this is sitting pretty. I might have to check to see if they teed this up. It's so nice.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Oh, so close. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Now we're on the fourth tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
And a chance to move into a tie for second here.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
Now that's a good putt to hole any day of the week. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Why not take another look at that effort?
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Just one off the lead after that hole. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here. Good shot there, Beamer. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Is that what they had in mind?
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Oh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
Judging it beautifully.
If he makes this, he'll save his par. The putt drops, and we're moving on. And now to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
It doesn't matter how you hit it if you can hold putts like that.
Yeah, that is not what you want to come up against mid-round, mid-rivalry. That was mean.
Time to tee off at the 6th. Well struck. Rich, one of the big advantages for the experienced players on tour is their history around particular courses. But what advice would you give to the new players who are coming to a course for the first time and how to handle it?
I would say tread easily. Go in there and just try to get into a good rhythm on the golf course. Don't try and go out and try and hit too many heroic shots or go after too many flag sticks, because if you don't know what the consequences are if you don't pull off that shot, well, shame on you. So I think that the veterans obviously have more knowledge about golf courses, and they can say, oh, I don't want to miss it there because that's dead. I've seen it happen before. When you go into a new golf course, Luke, you got to go in with it and just try and play a little bit on the defensive side. Don't get too greedy. Don't try and make too many things happen. Go in there, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts here and there, get some confidence going first before you start attacking pins.
Oh, what a stroke. Well played. And that will take him to 3 under. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here on the 7th.
Nicely done.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Looking really good. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup. Looking for another birdie here. This has a real chance.
That's a great attempt from long range. So close. Currently at 3 under for the day. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. opting for the 5-wood. And he's safely on the green with that shot. This putt from around 18 feet.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. He's currently in a share of top spot. Time to face a par 4.
Nice birdie at the last. Let's see what they can produce here. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
This is the 2nd shot here on the 9th hole. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. You like that, didn't you? Trying to get to 5 under with this putt.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Tracking. That's a good putt to make that one. That's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. 9 holes down into this rivalry, Rich. How are you rating their performance so far?
Luke, so far, so good against their rival, but let's face it, there's a lot of golf yet to be played. However, I'm thinking, as they say in the movie, are you not entertained?
Tee shot is looking good here. Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, balata golf balls, and blades, and I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. He leads the field by a stroke.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I think they gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot.
And taking aim from around 100 yards here. Currently in the lead by a shot.
Good shot there. Putting for birdie. That's frustrating.
Putting for a par now.
Now leading by one shot.
Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Well, that's a handy shot.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And there it goes from the sand. And back to the play, shall we? This putt is 16 feet to the hole.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
This one has eyes for the hole.
That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field.
And that will move him to 6 under par. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Could not be more perfect.
The lies aren't too bad here in the first cut of rough. Choosing the 9-iron here. sitting at 6 under for the day, currently in the lead. Oh, Rich, how good is that?
Ah, nicely done. Great chip.
And it's worth taking another look at that one.
I'm glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in first place, ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
And we find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flagstick.
Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him the third round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with him, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
And now that finds him in first place. Teeing off here at the 15th hole.
Good shot there. That's a fairway finder for sure.
Playing from around 240 yards.
Now a 3-shot lead over the field.
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
And a chance to reach 9 under for the championship with this putt.
They're staring this down for eagle. Get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
Oh, that would have been outstanding to make the eagle. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. Teeing off here on the 16th hole. Well, there's no doubt they'd have some positive vibes coming off that birdie. Let's see if they can keep it rolling.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted.
Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Opting for the 9-iron. This one's going right at the pin here. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole. That's tiny. Second shot here on the 17th hole. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Come on, ball, don't deny him.
Super shot, that.
Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Just didn't drop. Let's get back to it, shall we? Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
Going with the 6-iron here. And here we are with the third shot. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole. It's on a great line. And another round safely in the books. And that'll do it. Lovely start to the opening round. In top spot, but there's a whole bunch of people right over their shoulder.
Not bad whatsoever, but still just the opening day. Lots of golf left to play. However, it does give you a little boost of confidence going forward, knowing that right now you're at the top of your form, your game is good, and you're in a good space.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.